Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, hello, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's reading topic is going to be a career reading, which we are going to be specifically answering the question, what is the next breakthrough coming for your career and when is it coming? So what I'm going to be doing in this reading today is looking into the energies around the next upcoming breakthrough in your career. So this could be like when you guys have a big upcoming change in career, maybe when you start to see some specific progress in your career, or when you could expect maybe some sort of a shift for the better with regard to your career, or some sort of catalyzing energy that propels you forward. So we'll be looking into the details of how this may come into play, what it's going to look like, and then I'm also going to be channeling some time frames for you here as well, so you can get a roundabout idea of when you could expect this to happen based off of the current energy. Going through my disclaimers, as always, this is a general reading, so please use your intuition to really discern what messages are meant for you and what isn't. As I always say in my readings, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take the part that resonates with your situation, leave behind anything that doesn't. This is also a reading that is timeless, so please keep in mind with timeless readings that the messages can resonate regardless of when you're guided to view the video. So whether you're watching the video the day that I upload it or 6 months from now, if you are drawn to watching the video, there is likely a message that is here for you. Also keep in mind, you guys, this is a predictive style reading. So with predictive style readings, where we're kind of looking ahead into the future, always bear in mind that energy is always changing and the future is never set in stone. And this is always because, the energy that we're putting into something today creates that trajectory into the future. So if you see something kind of predicted out for you with career in today's reading that you don't feel comfortable with or that you would like to change, never fear, because you have the free will to switch things up, switch up your energy, switch up your actions, and manifest a totally different outcome for yourselves. If you all do want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do so will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more accurate read on your personal situation. So bear that in mind as well. If some aspects of the general reading aren't helpful for you or aren't specifically resonating, you can always do a personal reading as an option if you choose. So let's go ahead and get into our card selection for today's reading. We're working with 3 piles today. Starting here on the left, we have pile 1, and the stone we're working with is this beautiful pyrite. For pile number 2 here, we are working with this citrine. And for pile number 3, we are working with this amethyst. So I would love for you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath, really ground and center your energy. Go ahead and select the pile or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really selecting with your third eye and your intuition versus your regular eyes. And once you've made your choice, go ahead and scroll down to the description box below where you can locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen pile. See you there? Hey there, pile 1. If you guys picked out this pyrite cluster, this is going to be your career reading. We're going to first take a look at some oracle cards, then we'll get into the tarot and channel some time frames for you as well. We're looking into, if you missed the intro, this is going to be the next major breakthrough in your career. Keeping in mind, again, this is a general reading. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we kick things off with the moon, and we have dignified. Wow. Okay, this is awesome. So I see right away that the next major breakthrough in your career is a phase in which you guys are going to be in a very advantageous position, especially with this dignified energy. It's like you guys are in a place of strength. You're in a place of kind of having the upper hand in a situation or really being in your power to accomplish whatever goals you have or do whatever it is that you're trying to do. And the moon energy here is beautiful to see because the moon is all about our intuition and it's all about our emotions, right? So it's like, I feel like this next breakthrough in your career is going to be something that feels either really emotionally fulfilling or it's something around using your intuition as a strength. So for a lot of you guys who chose group 1, you may have been like kind of up to this moment, getting some intuitive hits about your career or kind of like in a more in flow kind of position in your career, if that makes sense, meaning like the moon is sort of going with the flow of things. It's like about going with the ebbs and flows of the way that we're feeling. I'm thinking of like, I'm getting a vision of like the ocean and how the ocean ebbs and flows. And it has to do with like the moon cycles as well, right? The tides. So there's definitely an energy here of like emotional fulfillment, but there's also an energy here of listening into your intuition and allowing yourself to kind of flow with wherever your intuition is guiding you, which is putting you in a space of advantage, essentially. I'm also getting that for a lot of you guys, this breakthrough is more like in the outcome sense. It's like you've listened to your intuition, which is now putting you in this advantageous space. So we have Door to Spirit here. Ooh, and we have Cornucopia. I love this. Wow. So this is beautiful. It's like this breakthrough that you guys are achieving is coming from really listening into your higher self, listening to spirit, listening to the intuitive messages that you've been receiving about the direction that you're supposed to go. I'm also seeing that like this next breakthrough in your career, it's really leading you on course to your spiritual path, right? It's opening up a door for you to be much more spiritually connected to the work that you're doing, feeling like this work is kind of bringing a higher purpose, serving a higher purpose in your life. Some of you guys may also be like in a spiritual type of, in a spiritual type of field as well. There's a lot of indications of that. Doesn't necessarily have to be though. But I'm also getting that like this is bringing in a time of peace for you with this dove that's here. Is that a dove? I don't know. The white bird is making me feel like peace. That was like the first thing that came to mind when I saw it. So if you guys have been like kind of in a tougher situation in your career, it's like where there's been some anxiety or some uncertainty around like your stability, because you guys did choose pyrite, which is kind of like a stone that's all about grounding, safety, security, stability. I feel like you're finally receiving peace with this breakthrough. I'm also seeing a lot of abundance being around you with the Cornucopia card here. This is beautiful. And this might be a change because I'm looking at this butterfly that's here. Butterflies are, symbolism for changes. Like we've been kind of like incubating. Maybe a lot of you guys that chose this pile, maybe you've been kind of like in the shadows with your career in terms of like you've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit of pressure around something in your career. And I see this breakthrough being the time where you get to emerge as the beautiful butterfly and kind of show the work that you've been doing to the world, which is really exciting. And it's bringing in a lot of abundance. So abundance meaning like financial abundance. It could just be however you guys look at abundance, happiness in your life, prosperity. So like the overall energy around this is looking really great. And I'm feeling like a very peaceful energy as I'm tapping into these cards. So we're going to now go in with the Treasure Trove Tarot by Mystic Moon. We're going to get just a little bit more details about what this breakthrough is going to entail, maybe how it comes about, what it is, just kind of whatever spirit wants to share with us today. So tell us, Spirit, about the next breakthrough for pile 1 in their career. Woo! The 8 of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. Love it. And the World. Wow. And you guys have the Star at the bottom. So yeah, this is talking about a turn for the better. You know, being on the right track, which is what we talked about with Door to Spirit. Best possible outcome. So yeah, I think that you guys are, it definitely feels like for this group, maybe there's been some uncertainty around career or things have been feeling unstable for you for a little bit. And so I definitely see that with this breakthrough, this is certainly bringing in some nicer, more calm and peaceful energy. I'm also feeling with the Star card that for some of you guys could be like in the spotlight in some way in your career, whether you're like an influencer, you're in front of the camera, or just in some sort of position where there's a lot of eyes on you. That's just for some of you though. So let's take a look up close here. I feel like this breakthrough is coming in really fast for a lot of you guys with this 8 of Wands. We're going to see because I'm going to channel some time frames for you as well. But, this is typically when things start to move for us really quickly. So I see that this could be like some good news coming in for you, which really propels some movement forward. Some of you guys, this good news about your career, this breakthrough may require travel. But it feels like this is communication coming in that's going to help kind of catalyze this breakthrough for you. Ace of Pentacles. So this is all about like getting that secure offer, a golden opportunity. This also is talking about being at the right place in the right time. It's so weird too, because as I'm channeling this, I'm feeling anxious. So I feel like maybe for some of you guys, once you get this news, once you get this breakthrough coming in, it might make you feel a little bit nervous at first. There might be a little bit of anxiety around it because it is moving so fast. But ultimately, I feel this is putting you in a much better position than you were in the past, okay? So it might be good to practice grounding or meditation when this is coming through, just so that you feel a little bit more balanced, right? So yeah, I think... so the Ace of Pentacles, this is great. This is kind of tying in with that cornucopia energy. So this breakthrough is definitely bringing you that sense of security, some sort of opportunity that you guys are going to be able to capitalize on and really grow, okay? And with the World, I feel as though this breakthrough is really about like you guys closing out a major cycle, a major chapter in your career, so you're kind of concluding something. Maybe this is about like finishing one job and starting a new job, or shifting career paths or industries altogether, finishing out a major project that you were working on and now being able to start something new and fresh, right? So I definitely feel that there is like this kind of like this sense of finality to this for you as well, where it's like one door might be closing, but a new door is opening up for you that's bringing you a lot of abundant opportunity. It's interesting too that this World card talks about world events because for some of you guys, perhaps world events push you kind of like toward what this is. So like one thing that's coming to mind, for instance, like a world event that could impact your job being like, when we had, I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want the video to get like censored, but you guys know what's been going on the past couple of years when 2020 hit, with this global event that impacted the world, and that impacted a lot of people's work, right? Because we couldn't work. For safety purposes, we had to be inside for a little while, right? So that's kind of an example of like a world event that could catalyze a change in your career. So let's see. I'm going to pull, this is just from my own channeled oracle deck. We're just going to get a couple more messages here, and then I'll get into your time frames. So what else does group 1 need to know about the next breakthrough in their career? Give us some more insight, please, Spirit. Relocation, yeah, and movement. So for some of you, this could definitely require you to move or relocate. But again, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that, because movement can just be talking about movement, right? It doesn't mean moving for everybody. It could be travel, or it could just be like energy that's moving your career forward. Let's get another one. Long term, yeah. You guys are moving towards something that's going to be like your long-term career goal or long-term career ambition, like something where you're setting yourself up for success for the long-term future. We also have nature and grounding coming here at the bottom. So again, like if any of you guys are feeling that sense of anxiety around this change, it feels like it's going to happen really fast for you, practicing grounding is going to be very helpful. Going out into nature, going for walks outside, things like that can help. Let's get one more. Role clarity. So you guys, yeah, so it's like uncertainty is going away here. Uncertainty is going away, and you guys are now becoming much more clear about what it is that you're wanting in your career through this big breakthrough. Role clarity is sort of like having a very clear understanding of the role that you're doing at work, right? So whether this is like, you're in the corporate world or you're doing work for yourself, you're very clear about what your role is, what your job description is, what it is that you want to do, and what your daily tasks and responsibilities need to be going forward. So this looks really promising pile number 1, I'm going to go ahead and get some channel time frames for you. So keep in mind, guys, with the time frames, it's a general reading. So I'm going to pull a few, and some may resonate, some may not, none may resonate. It really just kind of depends on the situation here. And as I was mentioning in the intro, just remember that the future is never set in stone because energy is always changing. So depending on the actions you guys take, it could potentially shift the timing as well. So for group 1, when is this breakthrough happening for them? So we have release is needed. So for some of you, if you've been really preoccupied about this, there's a message here about surrendering to the universe here, and allowing things to happen in divine timing. I know that's easier said than done, trust me. Let's get another one though. We also have October. So October time frame could be significant here. Oh my gosh, hold up. One more. A few days from now. So something's happening a few days from now for some of you guys that are viewing this too. So yeah, for some of you, this is happening super quick. We also have Leo season at the bottom of the deck, so that could be of significance for some of you as well. So pile 1, thank you so much for viewing this reading. I'm going to go ahead and close it out there, but please drop me a comment below. Let me know how any of these messages resonate with your own work situation. Career readings are my favorite, so I really love hearing, what's going on with all of your careers. So definitely let me know. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you guys are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content. And I'll see you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, pile 2. If you guys picked out this little citrine cluster, this is going to be your reading. We're going to start things off with some oracle cards, channeling kind of the next breakthrough coming for your career. Keeping in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Starting off your reading, we have the Sun, and then we have Sagittarius. Ooh, so lots of fire energy coming up here. This is cool. Makes sense. You guys picked a very fiery crystal. This is actually like a heat-treated amethyst, but, it still is bringing that, excuse me, really warm, kind of like creative energy. Lots of vitality coming through too. So I'm feeling a lot of energy in this next breakthrough in your career, like a lot of active energy with this Sagittarius and the Sun. I feel like a lot of you guys, this breakthrough that's coming up for you in your career, this is like all about really stepping into your power. It's about stepping into your power and number 1, finding clarity on what it is in your career that really brings you to life, right? The Sun is kind of like, think of it as like the source of your personality. So thinking of your sun sign, maybe some of you guys are Sagittarius. Maybe this has to do with you exploring your sun sign and connecting more with that and aligning it with your work for some of you. But essentially it's like, this is about understanding your personality and having this illuminating period of time where you're understanding what it is that you like and don't like for work. What are the things that really bring you to life and make you feel vivacious and energized in your work? I feel like a lot of you guys are also going to be in the spotlight quite a bit with the Sun here. Like, eyes are on you. So whether you're like a teacher or whether you're like an influencer or you're an educator, I don't know like why I keep getting educator. That could be the case for some. It doesn't have to be, but this feels very much like you guys being in the spotlight. The light is being shown on you. You're getting some sort of recognition or acknowledgement that maybe you haven't been getting in the past, or maybe this is something you've been building up to. And with Sagittarius here, this breakthrough is giving you the opportunity to really expand. So what do I mean by this? With Sagittarius, this is when we have the opportunity to explore a little bit, right? So for some of you guys, this breakthrough could simply be a period of exploration, right? Where you're exploring and trying to, uncover what it is through exploration, what you want in your career. For others, though, this is bringing up themes of like travel as well, being able to travel for work and really go after what it is that you want through the travel. Sagittarius is also a fire sign, so there's a lot of like creative energy coming through here as well. So being able to expand in your creativity, being able to expand in your knowledge, becoming more well-rounded through travel or exploration with something in your career. Let's continue. So we have the temple path. Ooh, and then we have the yin yang. Okay. Interesting. So the temple path is all about like this breakthrough in your career that's coming is a part of your spiritual journey, right? So this is like, you guys want to think of this breakthrough as being kind of like a stepping stone onto the path, on your spiritual path that you're currently on. And with these little orbs here, I do feel that you are being divinely guided in this direction by like your ancestors, your spirit guides, the universe, source, whatever you believe, is guiding you, your higher self. So this is definitely like a period of time where I feel that you're going to be learning a lot, because this stop on the path is about guiding you forward on your divine journey, right? So there's a lesson to be learned here. And with the yin and yang energy coming up here, this is all about being able to balance the action piece of things versus the leaning back and receiving piece of things, right? So there's a lot of energy here that's suggesting that this is a time in your career where there's a lot of action, a lot of energy being exerted going forward with all the fire energy that's here. But there may also be a lesson here around learning how to balance it a little bit better, knowing when you need to act, but then also knowing when you need to lean back and just let things work for you. So this is cool, pile 2. Let's continue. I want to go to the tarot so we can get a little bit more insight into what this breakthrough may look like for you, how it may come into fruition, what's going on. But there's definitely like an element of creativity, creative expression that's coming up for this group, for sure. So tell us, Spirit, about the next breakthrough in pile number 2's career. What else should they know? Woo! Okay. Hold up. Too many. So we have a King of Cups, a Two of Swords, okay, and a King of Wands. Wow, lots of kings. You guys also have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. So for some of you, this is like you're finally seeing the fruits of your labor. You know, financially, things are feeling really stable, really secure. This is also about being independent too. So maybe this breakthrough is about you guys reaching a sense of like independence in your career, whether you work in a corporate job or something else. But it also talks about entrepreneurship. So for some of you, it could be about reaching success within your own business ventures that you do on your own. So taking a look at the tarot cards here, this is so interesting because you guys have, you know, what's really catching my eye here is this Two of Swords. And do you see how they have like the little angel and the little devil on each shoulder? And that's, I don't know why it's making me think of like the yin yang energy of like, should I do this or should I do that? Should I exert forth like a lot of action or should I like lean back a little bit, right? It's like, there's definitely this like inner struggle that I feel you guys are going through with this breakthrough around like what choice you want to make or what decision you're going to take. Or what like, kind of like what technique or tactic you want to use here, because you guys also have two kings coming up here. You got the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So it's making me feel like there's sort of like this, what am I trying to say? There's sort of like this tug between like doing what I love, not necessarily even doing what you love, but it's like this tug between like the emotional side of things versus the action-oriented side of things. Because the King of Cups is very much about like how this says loving what you do. It's about like, it's more so about like your emotions and the way that you're emotionally connected to your work, and even just the mastery of the emotions over work. And the King of Wands, on the other hand, is more like this Saggy energy. It's about like taking the action, being motivated, right? So I'm getting the yin and yang where like the water might be more of the leaning back energy, but the fire might be more of that going after it energy. So I definitely see that there's a little bit of like struggle around balance with this breakthrough. And maybe this is something that is the breakthrough. Like it's the lesson here is learning like, okay, when do I exert versus when do I lean back? But I definitely see that this breakthrough is bringing you, feels like money is going to be good for a lot of you guys here. But it's like you're getting money through loving what it is that you do. And there's definitely like this period of like feeling very motivated around like whatever it is that you guys are going after, feeling very inspired. And both of the kings really suggest to me that leadership, like this is about you guys really taking the lead on your career, stepping into your power and going after what it is that you want, right? Now, some of you guys are working with other people, like maybe you're managing other people. I definitely see that there's this energy of like counselor versus mentor. I'm also seeing like knowing when to counsel and be compassionate versus knowing when to kind of be more, what's the word? Like directing others. Does that make sense? Being more of the authority figure. So let's pull, we'll pull a few cards from my own channeled career deck. Let's see what else, and then we'll get your time frames. So for pile 2, what's the next breakthrough for them in career, please? Yeah, so we've got entrepreneurship coming in. So this feels a lot like you guys may be working for yourselves, which is cool. That came up earlier. We have nature and grounding. So yeah, this is kind of going back to that yin yang energy, you guys, of knowing when you need to take a break. Let's see. We also have growth mindset. So yeah, this is a period of time where you guys are expanding in the way that you're learning about the work you're doing, growing your mindset, meaning like, you know, you also have music at the bottom. That could be something for you. But, you know, a growth mindset is really about being open-minded and not allowing the little, you know, voices in our head, the little devil on our shoulder to tell us that we can't do something or that something's impossible, right? Fixed mindsets kind of keep us in the same place. They keep us from progressing, whereas growth mindsets allow us the opportunity to explore. So I think for some of you guys, as you've come to this reading, maybe you've been in a little bit of a fixed mindset around the possibilities for your career. Maybe you've been thinking about like, oh, it's supposed to be this certain way. You know, like I'm also getting for some of you, like maybe there's a choice here between doing what you love, like I was saying before, and maybe doing like something that you're experienced in already. You know what I mean? Like whatever that would be for you. Because I'm seeing the road here, like the experienced road, like you're ready to go maybe to the next step on the experienced path. But then you also want to be able to love what it is that you do, right? Maybe a lot of you guys have been in a fixed mindset around entrepreneurship. Maybe it's more comfortable for you to continue on the path that you're experienced in, right? So let's take a look and see for you, group number 2, when this breakthrough is coming from a timeline perspective. Keeping in mind, guys, that this is a general reading. So I'm going to pull a few timelines. Some may resonate with you, others may not. All of them may resonate with you, or all of them may not. Just keep in mind, a lot of people watch these. And as I was saying in the intro, the future is not set in stone because energy is always changing. So depending on what action you guys take, it can impact the outcome here. So when is this breakthrough coming through for group 2? Winter. So the season of winter is being highlighted here for some. Okay. So that's going to be relative to the location you live in. Hold up. Too many. Oh, this was here. I'm just going to get a couple more here. We also have October. So October month is significant for some of you. We also have during vacation and travel. So I'm getting with this that maybe whenever some of you are on like a break from work, this is when this breakthrough might be coming up for you. So whether it's a vacation or you're taking some time off for something else, or like it says travel, maybe during a time of travel, this breakthrough comes for you. So Pile 2, we're going to go ahead and close out your reading there, but I would love to hear from you in the comments, as always, about like which aspects of the reading resonate with your work situation. So please drop me a comment and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content, and I will see you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, Pile 3. If you guys picked out this amethyst cluster, this will be your career reading. We're going to be looking into the next major breakthrough coming to you in your career. So let's get started with some oracle cards. And please bear in mind, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. All right, so for you guys, group 3, we start off here with the message of debilitated. And then we have Uranus talking about change. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is intense. So for group 3, oh, sorry guys. Right off the bat, I feel like this next breakthrough is coming for you. And it's being shown to you as a pretty maybe like surprising change with Uranus here. So this is a planet that kind of like brings in sort of like shocking surprises. Like think of the Tower card maybe in tarot if you guys are familiar. It doesn't, I mean, it depends on your situation, right? But essentially, this is the planet that pushes us into change. And this, think of like shifting gears into something totally new and different is what I'm feeling here. And so with a lot of times these big changes comes discomfort, right? Because we're in this debilitated position where we're not as comfortable, we're not as familiar within these circumstances because we've never done it before, right? So I definitely see that this breakthrough is coming to you. It's being presented to you through a period of pretty intense change where you may feel a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe even just a little bit outside of your element, if that makes sense, okay? We have a woman holding a coin. Always good to see that. And then we also have the 4th chakra, so the heart chakra being highlighted here. So I definitely feel, though, that like, though this may bring a little bit of like upheaval to your life as you know it, or a little bit of like discomfort, because you're in like kind of a new and unfamiliar environment, this definitely feels like a time where you're moving into a direction that is more in alignment with doing what you love, with the heart chakra being here. Maybe you guys have been currently doing work that's not really serving your heart or bringing a sense of like meaning or passion into your life. And with the 4th chakra being here, this is telling me that this change is likely going to be for the better, because it's more about work that you feel connected to from an emotional level. We also have the woman holding a coin here. So for a lot of you, I still feel like finances will be okay for you. For some of you, there could be a change in your financial flow. It could be good. It could be negative. We're going to see. We're going to get a little bit more insight here. But the woman holding a coin typically is positive because this is about being supported, right? So whether this is about you guys supporting yourselves successfully through this time of change, or it's about having an outside source being there and available to support you, either way, you guys are supported. And I'm really being drawn here to this black cat as well, which for me, cats signify independence, right? So for a lot of you, this is about you successfully supporting yourself through this time of change, and maybe even feeling like very lucky about something to do with your finances during this time. So let's clarify here. I'm going to get some tarot cards. We're working with the Treasure Trove Tarot by Mystic Moon, and we're going to see what other information we can get about this next breakthrough in your career. So what else should Pile 3 know about this next breakthrough in their career? Ooh, so we have a 10 of Pentacles. That's a good sign. Hold on. Okay, we have the Death card. We're going to take that one. And we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, but look at this. We have the Fool at the bottom. So this is about like a new adventure, right? And this is also talking about taking a risk and having faith, right? So yeah, it's like the Uranus energy is definitely like unpredictable, you guys. So this could be something that you weren't necessarily like planning for. But I feel with the Death card that this is going to be change for the better here. So taking a look up close here at your cards, the Death card, this is all about an inevitable change, right? When I think of death, this is about like a change that we kind of feel is coming. We know it's coming. Deep down, we know that it's a necessary change, right? And for a lot of you guys, I think especially if you've been working in a career currently that doesn't really resonate with your heart, it doesn't really resonate with, your passions or whatever it is that you really want to do emotionally with your time, then you probably intuitively already know that this change is coming and that it's for the better. This is all about I love how it says blessing in disguise, because that's how I feel about this energy here of Uranus with debilitated. So it's it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but ultimately it's a change that's for the better. It's pushing you forward into a place where you're going to be able to actually do whatever it is that you love doing. And even if you guys don't exactly know what that is yet, because I am getting that for some of you that maybe you're not 100% sure what it is yet that you want for your career, just know that this breakthrough is about catalyzing you toward what is right, okay? So don't feel like you have to have it all figured out, because I feel like it will happen in divine timing for you. That exploration will be catalyzed by this. 7 of Wands. So this is all about kind of continuing to push through something. So even though we're feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the change, we're going to push through and we're going to be okay. This is talking about holding your own, defending yourself, right? So this is kind of tying in with this feeling of slight discomfort that could come with this breakthrough for you. But, I always like to say in readings like this, when we're seeing uncomfortable change, is that being comfortable doesn't change us for the better. Being comfortable, we don't learn anything when we're comfortable. We learn when we're not comfortable. And I know that's easier said than done, especially when you're the one going through the uncomfortable moment, right? But ultimately, it is for the better. You guys also have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is kind of about thinking more long-term versus short-term. So perhaps this change, this unexpected change or new gear that we're shifting into is something that's going to set you guys up for success better financially as well, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles is all about legacy building. It's about, long-term investments, thinking about your future retirement, things like that. So maybe that's been something up until this point that you all haven't really had the opportunity to think too much about. But I feel that this breakthrough is bringing in this energy of thinking more long-term versus short-term in your career. I want to let's pull from this is my own career deck. So I want to pull just a few more messages just so we can see what else you guys need to know about this breakthrough in your career. And then we're going to pull your time frames. I'm also getting to you guys, for some of you, you could be moving into a new job that is just a little bit of an uncomfortable environment for you, right? But it's the money is good. I think it just might be a situation where it takes you a little bit of time to adjust because you're shifting into such a different gear than you've been in before. Especially if this is a corporate situation, I do feel with that 10 of Pentacles, this is something that can keep you set up for long-term success here. For others of you, though, I feel because for some of you, we're going to see, but for some of you, I'm feeling this breakthrough is coming almost through a job loss, something unexpected happening like that. And if that is the case, I feel you are able to sustain your long-term investments to get you through the change, which is pushing you toward doing what you love. So that's something else I'm getting here as well. Take it how it resonates. Let's go ahead and see what else you need to know about this breakthrough. So we have networking. So this is about getting out there, talking with people, using your resources to support. And maybe that's what this woman holding a coin is for some of you, someone you've connected with through networking. Massive changes. Yes, we know. It's thank you for confirming that, Spirit. Yeah, this is a big change you guys are moving through. We also have competition. So that's interesting, especially with that Seven of Wands, holding your own. Some of you guys could be dealing with a really competitive environment, right? Like, depending on like what your situation is. Like, I know for any of you that have been like looking for a job, depending on the type of job you're looking for, the market's pretty competitive right now. So that could be something that you guys are sort of exploring and moving through with the change that you're moving into here. All right, so let's take a look and see when this breakthrough is happening for you. Pile 3. So keep in mind, guys, that the time frames may or may not resonate because there are a lot of you guys watching this video. So take the ones that resonate, leave behind anything that doesn't. And also keep in mind the future is not set in stone. Energy is always changing. So we'll pull a few of these. What time frame of significance does pile 3 need to know about with regard to this shift, this breakthrough in their career? So the morning time is coming through. So something in the morning. Could be your morning routine being impacted. We also have holidays. And whoop, we have next month. And more time is needed wanting to come out as well with fast at the bottom. So yeah, I mean, for some of you, it could be pretty fast, especially with next month coming up. So like as you're viewing this video, you know, next month is being highlighted. So take that, you know, as it resonates with the timing that you're in. Holidays can be talking about any major holiday of significance, whether it's like your birthday or like a national holiday or something specific to your culture. So I would use your intuition on that one because whatever holiday is significant to you that you would know the most about is probably what this is talking about, or an upcoming holiday, you know, in the near future. For others of you, we do have more time as needed. So there could be a little bit more time for some of you out there. But for the majority, this kind of feels pretty quick. So it's like it feels like something maybe you guys have been feeling brewing for a long time with the Death card, but it's going to happen fast now that you're at the reading. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there, group 3, but I would love to hear from you in the comments what aspects of this resonate with your situation. So please drop me a comment below. Let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you guys are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content, and I will see you in a new one really soon. Bye.